Okay, now let's proceed. We started with the primary treatment. So from the raw sewage until here, this is what is called the primary treatment or preliminary treatment. So we started with the raw sewage coming from our homes or the industries that comes into the plant. Then this is the inlet works. So what is happening, these are the screens. Then the raw sewage, then all those solid particles will be removed here. And then from the screens, the water goes into the detritus channel or the degrading channel, where the grit, the sand, the stones, and the glasses are being removed here. From here, the water goes into the flow meter. In the flow meter, what happens is we measure the amount of water that goes into the plant. This helps us to determine the dosage or the amount of chemicals that we should use to dose the water. And then from the flow meter, normally in the plants, we do have, before this stage of the primary sedimentation tank, we do have what is called, or what are called division boxes. So with the division boxes, what happens is this, the water is divided into equal flows so that it can go to primary sedimentation tanks. Remember, some of the plants, especially the big plants, they do have many primary sedimentation tanks. Then from the division boxes, the water will go into the primary sedimentation tank. So in the primary sedimentation tank here, that is where there's separation between the liquids and the solids. If you can look here, we have our solids down here, and then the liquid will be up here. So the solid will settle down due to what? Due to gravity. They settle down because they do have what? They do have density, meaning that they do have the weight. So this, as you can see, is a sludge, the solid particles that are here. Then what will happen? Then the sludge will be taken into the sludge digester. So this is a sludge digester, whereas the liquid will remain here on the top of the tank. So here, in the sludge digester, the sludge will be digested. The reasons for us to digest the sludge is to ensure that the sludge won't be having any odor, and the final products of sludge digestion are water, methane gas, and carbon dioxide. So after the sludge has been digested, so remember that the sludge is going to be digested under anaerobic conditions where there's no oxygen. The sludge digester is very closed. So after the sludge digester, or after the sludge digestion process, then what will happen? The water that will be produced here will go back into the primary sedimentation tank. Then after, in fact, what is happening here, we've got what are called the saprophytic bacteria. This type of bacteria is the one that is going to do what? That is going to digest the sludge. And then after sludge digestion, then the sludge will be released on what are called the sludge drying beds. So remember, this is just to hang the sludge on an open place, or on an open place, so that it can be dried by what? It can be dried by the sun. So remember, when the sun is drying up something, there's evaporation that is taking place. And then what will happen? Some of the water will just fall off or drain off from the sludge, and then it will go back into the primary sedimentation tank. Remember, we recycle the water in all our water purification processes. It can be in water, or potable or drinking water, or it can be in what? It can be in wastewater. We don't throw water away, we always recycle it. So this water then will go back into the primary sedimentation tank. Then that is why they are calling it the drainings. So the sludge drying bed, the sludge will be known as what? They will be used as our as our compost or manure. So we are done with the solid particle from the sludge digester. So from the primary sedimentation tank. Now let's go to the liquid. So the liquid now here, it will go into what is called the biological filtration system. So in the biological filtration system, as you can see, we've got the stones. These are stones, and then on top we've got the trickling filter system. Ne? So this is just a connection of pipe. These are pipes. These pipes, they've got holes. They work like a nozzle. You see the one that we use to water our plants, the one that we connect into the hose pipe. Yeah, the water will go out like that. So this these stones are very clean. Ne? And then as the water will pour on it, remember that every time when the water will pour on the stones, the water is exposed to the sun and also and to the air. Then what will happen? There will be formation of small microorganisms on top of what? On top of those stones. A very good example is when you're taking when you see, like, when there can be water just being wasted. What you'll see the green algae developing where the water is falling every time. So now that is because of the reaction of the photosynthesis. You understand? So then what will happen? Those microorganisms will grow on top of these stones. What is the purpose of the microorganisms? The microorganisms, they will do what? They will clean the water. Or how are they going to clean or purify the water? The water that comes from the primary sedimentation tank that goes in here has some little solid particles. Those solid particles that escape